Hello and welcome back to Brackish Productions. In the last episode, we came down onto Telos' surface, met ASMR Man, and then had lots and lots of fights. And now we're about to go to the shielded Mesa in the Telos polar region.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has invaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me. You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences. Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
Okay. Interesting. Now we've got 3 HK units to destroy. I think the best thing to do here is send the other 2 in. Shield up. Battle limitation. Let's speed. We survive the mines, and then let's run in. Now hopefully the force redirect. Oh, holy shit. Okay, they're doing a lot of damage. Yeah, their power blasts can be quite accurate for these HK droids, and they've really hurt.
Master.
time to even the odds.
Systems failing, Master.
We got the control cluster. That's good. If we want to do the HK stuff, we need to rebuild 47. Yes, this is a pretty cool area of the game. You rarely see anything to do with snow. And the 4 pillars around this area are quite cool. Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Nicholas Fernandez for suggesting that to make this game a bit more difficult, I also equip and level up my companions to use ranged weapons. Well, Atton's already got it, but with KOTOR, I'll start speccing him into one as well, and that'll be quite fun. Because yes, KOTOR with massive guns instead of just running in with a sword would be 10 times more interesting.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
KOTOR doesn't fit in the cage like
What is a
that.
Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atton. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atton, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atton, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
Didn't know the Force could put people to sleep.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival... Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out? So you said, so long ago, I didn't... You sought adventure, you hung... The Jedi Order asked only for time, so when you returned, you were brought before us. There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. I have kept, so I would never forget. Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order. I suspected as much. You cared nothing for the trappings of the Jedi, and you cared nothing for the Order, even on that final day you came before us. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent, and it sent a terrible echo through you. No, you lost yourself. There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. A physical victory, perhaps, but the real victory lay in... Do not twist my words. A physical... You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died. You see shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind, as always. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless... Necessary? The destruction of Paragus was necessary? You have not changed. Acting. Do you know? No. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard. So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your action... The Sith? What do you mean? You speak truly. Tell me. Paragus? What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you. You. If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon... Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation... I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy. Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile... I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber, and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Some more light side points for us. Oh wow, we've gotten the Nihilist cutscene already.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
Okay, so now we can go find Anne and Kreia, and then we can go do some stuff. There's not much to do here apart from speak to Handmaiden and just loot everything.
Did you find what you came for? I felt as much. I suspected there was something from your past here. This woman who resides here, I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned, unresolved events from our past can create, and more importantly, they can distract you. If that is all you wish to hear, then... He's only sleeping.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash. I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Where are we?
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use. I am, General. Very well.
Just gonna choose Kreia and Beardo.
Mistress, you summoned me.
I have a task for you. The exile is dangerous. I'm concerned that he was able to return to Republic space and reach Telos without my knowledge.
Mistress, the Harbinger was lost in transit. It was our failing.
What is done. But now I need you to travel with him.
Mistress,
I realize what I'm asking of you, and I am asking that you keep your purpose a secret, even from your sisters. I need someone to watch the exile closely, and let me know if he contacts the Sith. More importantly, I need you to study him closely. I need to know what he thinks, what he does. Become part of his group. Earn his trust. Get him to confide in you.
I will do as you ask, Mistress. But, Mistress, the exile did not seem to pose a threat to us.
Ah, but he does. Do not be fooled by the exterior. It is his nature you must beware. He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. I am trusting you with this task, last of my handmaidens. Do not disappoint me. The galaxy, the Jedi, may depend on it.
Nice, some more light side. And we got some info for Beardo, which is always good. Good thing Kreia wasn't too grumpy. Alright, there's T3. I don't want to finish that yet. I want to try and find Handmaiden and loot the rest of this place. We need to grab as much stuff as we can, as much loot, so we can sell it on and try and upgrade our gear when we can. No, I actually can't. We definitely can't go that way, because that's back up there. Must be through here. There she is. I'm just going to double check all these rooms first. I'll cut this out. Right, okay, let's do some sparring.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teaching. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up. Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force. I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion. Perhaps it may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression. You may ask. I honor the face of my mother. There's no need to apologize. You may. She's. That is not all. Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like? Please.
It is like a cloud, a mist that drifts from living creature to creature, set in motion by currents and eddies. It is the eye of the storm, the passions of all living things turned into energy, into a chorus. It is the rising swell at the end of life, the promise of new territories and new blood.
I see. Thank you both.
There we go. Any other of those options that I could have picked would give you either dark side points or... Actually, no, you can't use influence with her yet, can you? She's not a companion. Okay, let's go see T3 and then get the funk out of here.
Is this your droid?
And more easy light side points. Okay, I'm going to quickly upgrade some stuff if I have any, and make some stuff on the lab station. Okay, we are all done, and now I'm going to leave.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
I sent her to travel with the exile. She may discover something I cannot.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens. She is willful, and she has demonstrated her fascination with Jedi. It may not have been why.
I know what I have done, but it was necessary.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What? We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence, and we are walking into it.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want...
If it comforts you to believe that, then so be it. But the enemies you face are many. It is just me. I think the strength of the enemy is unknown, but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat.
Indeed, but I have had a...
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But if she's coming with us, she gets the cargo.
General.
The cargo hold is enough, I assure you. I will, if you...
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That you could build another. I never said you were, but whatever the reason, I know this. A lightsaber is part of... I think I can help you out there. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if you just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first. And even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards... Yeah?
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing... What was that? That's... Thanks for... Good. You wouldn't guess it from the outside. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If any...
Easy +2 to Constitution. Yeah, I'm going to apologise for this episode because it's going to be mostly cutscenes. I'll try my best where I can to try and shorten the time. But I don't want this episode to go on for a long time, like the last one.
Oh, welcome, Exile. Yes, your features, your stance. There is a calm about you that I did not notice on Telos. There is an energy about you, a lightness in your movements. It is something I have seen in only the most disciplined and revered of the Ichani weapon masters, yet it comes to you with ease. It shows in your features. It is beautiful to see. You may... Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name. As all the... It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make, when importance is placed on the self. If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes. I do not know. I meant no offense, but the question remains. I am training, so that if that, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No. That too. That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of... Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos. Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield... I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied... His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. I will respect you. It does not sound like it isn't.
There you go, some more light side points. I did loot this, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I could do some talking to Kreia, a classic, but it would take a while.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see. It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway.
Right, where are we going? Okay, so we can now go to each of the planets. And I'm not too sure which one we should go to. So Nar Shaddaa is actually quite difficult, and I think we should go there a bit later. Normally it would be the first planet that I go to, but I think if we're doing a ranged weapons playthrough, it's going to be 10 times more difficult. Onderon's not too bad, but I think Dantooine might be good, because we can do all the stuff that we're not going to need anyway, like grabbing the lightsaber crystal and exploring the academy. And there's lots and lots of credits and loot there, which we can sell for credits to help us upgrade our equipment. Again, Onderon's also difficult. Korriban's not too bad, but I'd rather go there a bit later, because there's the cave on Korriban, which you could go in when you hit a certain level, so let's do Dantooine. Alright, we're here. Alright, let's take Pedro. Let's take Kreia.
Another visitor? You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first. She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up, but after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries.
Kreia just standing in the
Since we're so far
way.
from the core, some started gathering here. The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a Vibrablade's edge. The only thing we can prove the farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all. A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that... So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. Have you ever sliced a Jedi security door? The old ruins are secure from salvagers, unless they get... Just head into the building and you'll find your...
It's funny, in all my playthroughs, the only time I've ever come to Dantooine is when I actually had a lightsaber. And when you have it out, everyone reacts like really badly to it. So you don't... I haven't actually seen most of those dialogue options before. Okay, we're gonna buy all his Berserker cards. Right, we'll do him later when we're about to leave. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Greetings. Is there... My apology. Error. May I be... Process. Exterior damage analysis. Level 7 impairment. Multiple casing breaches detected. Memory storage overflow. Greetings.
Hey, did that droid just call you a Jedi?
You should keep your identity secret for the time being.
A Jedi? Well, I suppose not. Your eyes aren't glowing and you don't have horns sticking out of your forehead. Crazy droid. Sorry for being jumpy. It's just that we hate the Jedi here. Why? The Jedi... Oh, don't get me started. I got too much work to do to...
And that's the great example.
Greetings, Jedi. May I be... My memory banks recognize you as a Jedi. You are on the register as one of the Jedi who... You had no direct interaction with this droid.
Ooh.
Beginning playback. Error. Recording partially corrupted. Resolving.
Today I caught him in a heated argument with my Padawan. His master refuses to properly discipline. I want to know what action you intend.
Luke, I respect your wisdom, but it is not your concern.
But uncontrolled. Whatever the other Padawans see him do, they are quick to do the same. Other students dislike him intensely.
True. An average student of the Force, but with a unique strength, is a natural leader.
I strongly disagree. Mediocre Jedi, lust for power, will lead to the dark side. Furthermore,
Recording degraded. End playback. May I be overly further? The local militia additionally... Kunda's... The fee to remove a relic from Dantooine is if you will
That's cool, I haven't seen that before.
What do you want? Well, you don't look like it. If you're not a... Nothing but rumor. Oh, you know, the folks around... Can't you tell? I'm a mechanic. In fact, I'm the... Yeah, sometimes it seems nothing works around here. You're right. Well, between the droids, the
Very good. You can always have your way with the weak-minded by catering to their ego.
all of the droids in Kunda are Best I could do was get that ratchety old protocol droid over there operational so it could greet visitors. Most of the other droids are lame. Well, it's just one door, actually, but I could scratch my head bald before I figure. Every time I try to fix it, the door either sticks open or it locks down. All of the droids in Kunda. Best I could do was get that ratchety... Most of the other droids are...
And we got some nice influence from Kreia. Okay, before we tackle this planet, I'm going to end it there, unfortunately. I know we didn't get to see much action, but hopefully you enjoyed most of the cutscenes and the stuff we did do. And in the next episode, we're going to tackle, hopefully, all of this planet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.